Adnams is not just a brewery or distillery. We have pubs, we have hotels, we have retail stores. They are a family and they care passionately about sustainability, and we put the customer at the heart of that. My name is Katie Stebbings and I'm Enterprise Improvement Officer. Enterprise Improvement Officer was basically going around the different departments and talking to everybody and seeing what their issues were, how I could help them to better improve their day-to-day working.
For many years, Adnams have worked with an old enterprise resource planner or ERP system called System 21. In the late 2010s, it became clearer and clearer that we needed something new to help us transform the business to keep meeting our changing consumer needs. We found that change in Oracle's JD Edwards ERP system.
JD Edwards has pulled every aspect of the business under one umbrella. It's at the core of the business, wherever you go, whether it's the shops, it's the hotels, it's the production in the brewery.
I'm Fergus Fitzgerald, I'm Production Director at Adnams. My job is to make sure that we have the right stuff in the right place at the right time. What we needed from a new ERP system was production's plan to be sort of integrated into that, so we could see at the push of a button what stock we had where, what sales were, and what raw materials, what packaging materials were where. Previously, we would plan maybe once a week and we would react once a week to what the sales were, whereas now we sort of react daily, and that helps us make decisions which cut down our stock holding, cuts down on wastage at the end of that cycle, because we're producing a product that has a shelf life.
To give an example, we've been able to automate the process with JD Edwards of alerting us when a product is reaching its end of life.
We've now implemented an orchestration which checks for the casks that are due to come up to the expiration date a few weeks ahead of schedule, and it basically sends an email out to our warehouse, our sales and our brewery team for them to all go and identify which products we need to send back to the lab. We retest them, they go back through the tasting process, and we decide then whether or not we need to actually pull those from production, or in most instances they're actually given an extended life. It's preventing us having a loss of profit, but it's also helping us maintain a stability level in the sense of getting the best out of all of our products and reducing waste.
When the lockdown started during the pandemic, it was a really uncertain time in hospitality. And there were certainly some dark days as we looked out into the world and we could see our sales channels closing one by one. That really meant as a business we were absolutely dependent on trade direct to consumers at home. Now, we were already set up to work that way, but the logistics company that we partnered with couldn't cope with the incredible increase in demand. Had we not done anything, we would have stood to lose around 2/3 of the potential revenue that we could make through those direct-to-consumer sales.
In the space of a week, JD Edwards enabled us to be able to completely uphaul 2/3 of our revenue going to the distributors, to bring it in-house and for us to be able to serve the customers locally using our own green vans.
Thanks to having JD Edwards already well embedded in our business, we were able to pivot the way we fulfill customer orders and do it with our own people, our own sustainable means of delivery straight from our retail stores to complement the effort that we already had through third-party logistics. Another of Adnams' core values is around providing meaningful work for good people.
With the move to Oracle Cloud and our upgrade to Release 22 last year, it's brought in a whole refreshed suite within the Orchestrator system for us. That's particularly where I get a bit more giddy and excited, because that's where I'm able to get into building new automations and processes.
By understanding what people do, we can take the repetitive tasks that are usually quite unfulfilling and we can expand those and automate those so that the people doing them have the opportunity to step away from that and start focusing on much more fulfilling, meaningful work.